Alright, what's going on, guys? Now we're going to be painting the swim bait. If you're wondering what the wire is, that's literally just so after I paint it, I can hang it and I don't have to wait on it to dry. I'm going to be starting with a pearl white. Make sure it's thrown, okay? We're going to cover the entire bait in pearl white and then move on to further details later. Alright, I wiped off as much of that other white as I could. Now I've got the opaque white. See if that does any better. The next color we're going to be using is Wicked Metallic Charcoal. And I'm going to take that, it's a nice shiny dark gray. And I'm just going to take that color all the way down the back side of this bait. Maybe arching over the side just a little bit. That's what we have right now so far. I'm going to be adding a black stripe down the middle from the eye to the tail. I'm going to add, I think, a little bit of purple between the line and that top part there. Because a lot of pictures you've seen, a lot of creek chubs that I've caught, they usually, not always, but they have a slight hint of purple, especially in the summer months, that you can really see pretty well. Then after all that, if I decide to do nothing else, then we're going to put the scales on it. Okay, so our very next step is I'm going to make a nice, hopefully pretty thin purple line across the gray. I know you can't see it very well right now, but once I get the paint on there, I'll show you a much better lighted area, give you a better view of it. I'm going to hopefully not screw this up. I'm not an artist by any means. Alright, here comes the most worrisome part about the whole adding color part, is the jet black line, because these other colors, the yellow and the purple, they get painted over. There's no problem. If you mess it up, it's fine. There's nothing to paint the black over with. So I'm just going to hope for the absolute best right here. Make sure I get a line. Oh, this is going to be rough. Here we go. Okay, it actually went a lot better than I thought. Sweet. Okay, other side. I hope I don't rub the paint off. I know I'm going to. I think that's a bit darker than the other side. Yeah, for sure. Okay, I gotta go back over this one now. Okay, I got the base colors added, which went a lot better than I thought it did. Than I thought it would, sorry. So let me show a better view of this right now. Don't know how well that's showing up on camera. We got the white belly, yellow undertones, a little bit brighter than I'd like. Nice purple overtone, the black stripe. You get the gray across the top. Now it's time to add the scales as soon as this dries, because I do not want to mess any of this up and have to redo it. I'm sure you guys can't see that very well, but what I've got here is 5 clamps clamping an old piece of window screen that's gripped tightly around the swim bait. That's what's going to give those little scales on there. To be honest, in the past I haven't had very good luck with scales, but we're going to see how today goes, see if it does any better. I've got pearl white in here. It's a light white that also has some sparkle in it, so I'm hoping it's going to look good. After this, we're going to add the eyes in and then do the 2-part epoxy. which really gives it a nice, pretty color. It just gives it a nice shine around, and I'm going to add some sparkle in there. I'll show you guys that process too. It'll take a little while to dry, about 24 hours. It would be quicker if I had a rotisserie, but I don't. But, you know, that's hopefully something in the future we can have. But for right now, let's go ahead and get these scales painted on, let it dry, and see how it does. Just 2 drops in there, and see if I can get this top of this thing up. Okay, so we got it all done now. You see the scales actually came out a little bit better than I thought they would. I've got the eyes in. Now the only thing I have left to do is I have a 2-part epoxy. Forgot my cups. Too lazy to go back in, so I put them in there. Pro tip: if you're ever going to use epoxy, don't let it sit out in the winter, because it's cold right now. And not only is this stuff super thick, it's thick before it even gets cold, but it's extra thick now. And the lids were actually epoxy themselves on, so that was a pain in the ass to get off. I'm going to add a little bit of fluorescent yellow and some purple sparkles in there. I'm going to mix that up together, and then I'm going to just start coating it down the bait with the acid brush. I'll get back to y'all in just 1 second. So as you all can see, we've got it completely finished. It's got that nice shine to it from the epoxy. It's going to take about 24 to 48 hours to dry, but it's going to come out looking the exact same as it is now. Leaves that nice shine and a protective coating over that paint. I'm just going to leave it here on my lead pot to actually dry. But I'm actually happy with this bait. The one thing I am still missing, obviously, is the tail, which I am working on. I figured out I am out of the plastic stuff that I normally use. I still can't remember the name of it, but I've got to get a couple more sheets of that, and then I'll make a tail out of it. Still split it, stick that tail in. But I think it's going to be it for the video here, guys. I may post a picture on my YouTube if I add the tail. See what you guys think, whether you like it or not. But that's all I got for you fine people today.